What's going on, guys, and welcome back to my free TikTok dropshipping course for 2023. This is video 9 of 10, and in this video we're going to be going over all of the analytics and how to read your data. So the biggest thing we're going to find out is if we have a winner or not. So I'm going to teach you how to read the data. If your ads are not spending, I'm going to show you how to fix that. I'm going to show you then how to make the decision if you are going to scale your product or are you going to find a new product. I'm also going to show you how to fulfill your first few orders once you get them. So guys, all that I ask is if that you find any value from these videos that you're watching, please just give me a thumbs up. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm, and please consider subscribing so you guys don't lose access to any of these videos. Leave your comments below and I'm going to do my best to answer every single one of them. And if you want to take it a step further and you want some mentorship and access to me 24/7, please consider joining my Discord group below for only a couple of dollars per month. You know, I could save you thousands of dollars in mistakes, and I can also help you reach that next level. Below, I have a link to a 3-day free trial of Shopify, and it's $1 per month for the first 3 months after that. So you're not going to want to miss that. Get that before that goes away, and that link is down below. Okay, and with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Okay guys, so this is the section where you find out if your product is a winner or a loser. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to check your ads midday. So let your ads spend a little bit of money, and you want to monitor your ads to see how they're doing before you go ahead and use your whole budget. You'll be able to tell whether your product is a winner or loser before all of your money is spent. So if you do have a winner and you have sales and you're profitable already, congratulations. That's probably the best feeling that you can get when doing this business, because then you know it's time for scaling. So if you do have a couple of orders, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to fulfill those orders using AliExpress. But this is just in the beginning when you have a couple of orders, but then we're going to move on to different suppliers to get faster shipping and better prices in the future. Some common issues that people have when they first launch their first ads is that their ads don't spend any money. Maybe they'll spend a couple of cents here and there, but they won't continue to spend. So I have a video below explaining how to get your ads to spend if they're not currently spending. So if your ads start to spend and you realize that you don't have a winner, that's fine, but there might be some things to do to fix that. But if not, then you're going to have to just do the same process with your number 2 product or your number 3 product, and so on and so forth. So one suggestion I have for you guys is to not get married to one specific product. And what I mean by that is if a product's not selling, but you think it's a good product and you keep spending money and you're trying to make it work and you keep spending more money and it's just not profitable, just move on to the next product. Not all products are winning products, and you have to understand that. So if the data looks like it's not a winning product, then move on. Don't get emotionally connected to it and try to make it work, because then I've seen people lose a lot of money and waste a lot of time on specific products when it wasn't a winner to begin with. So don't waste your time. So don't force it. If it's a winner, it's going to sell pretty much effortlessly. And I want you guys not to get discouraged if you don't find a winner for your first try, your second try, your third try. You just have to stay persistent in finding and launching your new products. So if one product doesn't work out, okay, that's fine, on to the next. If that product doesn't work out, okay, that's still fine, on to the next. But the better eye you get for finding these winning products, and you know, the closer to the criteria you get, you're going to have a lot better odds of finding these winners. So you will find a winner eventually. It just might take a few tries. So be persistent and just know that you're going to find one. You know, there's gold everywhere. You just got to keep digging until you actually find it. So there's 3 different options that can happen. Either you found a winner. If so, and it's a clear winner, you're going to follow the rest of the videos in this section and then proceed to the next section, which is scaling. If you're breaking even and there's room for improvement and there's signs that it could possibly be a winner, then follow the videos below and I'll show you exactly what to do. And if the numbers just aren't working out and the product is definitely not a winner, don't waste any more money. Just go back to finding your other product and test that one. And I'll show you exactly how to change up your site and to test that one out next. So this is probably one of the most important metrics you're going to look at right here, and this is your cost per action, which is the amount of money you spend in advertising to get a sale. So for example, if you spend $20 in ads and you get 5 purchases, then your cost per action is $4. You need to know your break-even cost per action price. So let's say your product and shipping together cost you a total of $5. So you're $5 all in, and you sell your product for 20 bucks. That means you have $15 to spend to acquire each customer to be profitable. So if any of your cost per actions are above your break-even price, then kill the ad group. So let's say you spend $17 and your break-even price was $15. So that means you're in the negative $2. So I would kill that ad set or ad group. But let's say that you spent $10 on advertising and you get 1 purchase. So that means you make $5 profit for yourself. All right, so you need to know your break-even price. If your cost per action is too high, it could be a number of things. It could be your audience that you chose. It could be the angle you chose. It could be your ad. It could be your price. It could be your website. So you have to see all your other metrics first before you really make a decision on what it could be. So if you have trouble or you have any questions, just let me know and I'll do my best to answer them and guide you through it. Okay, so this is just an example. This is a product that I launched last night. So I'm going to hit refresh. Alright, and as you can see, yesterday it didn't spend anything because it's a brand new campaign. So today it's about 4 o'clock and I started out with 10 ad groups. So I'm going to spend $200 overall today if I spend the full amount. So when you're first launching your ads, you want to monitor them midday. So once they start spending a little bit, so right now this spent almost half of my budget and it's 4 o'clock right now. So when looking at the numbers, the ones you're going to focus on are cost per action. So right now I spent $91 and I got 13 purchases. I actually got more, which I'll show you right here, but it didn't track 2 of them. I'm going to refresh this for you. So I actually got 16 purchases so far, but it's only saying that I got 13. So always double check your Shopify. So I'm going to do $91.23 divided by 16 sales. So that's a $5.70 cost per action. So make sure you're cross-referencing with Shopify to see if they missed any of the sales that you got. So for $5.70 cost per purchase instead of $7. So even though that these 3 right here didn't get a purchase yet, all the other numbers are looking promising, so I'm going to just let them run with CPC, which is cost per click. I've seen cost per clicks go as low as 3-4 cents, but that was on a lower ticket product. But ideally, you want the number to be around 25 or below. Sometimes it'll get a little higher if you're running a higher ticket product, and it can get up to 50, 75 cents. But if it gets over that after a few dollars spent, then I would probably turn the ad group off unless it gets a sale. And if it's too high, if your cost per click is too high, you could try changing your targeting because maybe it's not resonating with the audience that you chose. Or you can try changing your video, which is your ad. So maybe try a different promotion or just make it more enticing so they would want to click. So with cost per click, I said anything under 25 cents is good. So overall, mine's an 11-cent cost per click. So all of the cost per clicks look good. The next one is CPM, which is cost per 1,000 impressions. This number is going to vary. It's never going to be the same. And you can control it to an extent. So I'm going to show you how. So you want this number to be anywhere from $1 to $5. So the lower the better. If it's too high, it's going to be too hard to make money because the cost. Oh, sorry. If it's too high, it will be too hard to make money because it costs too much to reach people. So when your cost to reach 1,000 people is only is only $1, that'd be good. But if it gets to $5, then it's 5 times more expensive to reach people. So if it's over $5, try a larger audience or a different audience, or try to broaden up your targeting. CPMs are going to fluctuate daily and seasonally. So things that can also affect your CPM is if your click-through rate is too low. So that means people aren't clicking on your ad. But if a lot of people are clicking on your ad, you're going to get a better CPM. The CPMs are at $2.90. So those also look good because they're under $5. I wish they were a little bit lower, but I'll still take it. So next is click-through rate, and this measures the ratio of clicks, which is how often someone clicks on your ad, to impressions, how many times your ad was viewed on the platform for individual ads. So you want this number to be over 2%. So if you have an enticing ad and it's very engaging and it's resonating with the audience, which makes them want to click on it, an ideal number is over 2%. If it's a low click-through rate, that means people aren't resonating with it and they're just not clicking on it. The higher the click-through rate, the better. If it's a low click-through rate, you can try changing the first 3 seconds of your video so people stay on it longer, which is going to have a better chance of them clicking on it. Or you can change your targeting. Maybe it's not resonating with the audience that you chose. And there's a few other things as well that you could always ask in the groups. So say you have a click-through rate of 0.5. You're going to want to change your ad, like your video. You want to play around with different videos until you get, at least a 2% click-through rate. And if you get a good click-through rate, then your CPMs are going to be lower as well. My click-through rate is at 2.59% overall. Some of them got more, some of them got a little less, but overall that's pretty good. So just for a little recap, you want your CPM to be around $5 or below. Typically, I like my CPMs to be, $1 to $3, but you can't really control them. But if it's over $5, then something's wrong. I would just kill it. Your cost per click, you want that to be anywhere from 25 to 50 cents. Anything below that is really good, and anything above that is questionable. So if your cost per action is below your break-even price, keep it. Kill any of your ad sets or ad groups that are above your break-even price. With click-through rate, anything above 2% is ideal, but if it's profitable, don't really worry about it. But if it's below 1%, I would definitely try changing up your video, making it more enticing, and maybe do a different promotion and make it so people will actually want to click on your ad to see what your product is and to get more information about it. If you have any questions, let me know and we'll take it from there. So all these numbers look pretty good. This would be an example of a winning product and something that you can scale. So if these numbers didn't look like this, there'd be a different story. So if my click-through rate wasn't this high, say it was 1%, I would change some of the ad, make it more engaging, maybe change my promotion. My CPM is going to be based off of all these other metrics like click-through rate, cost per click. So that can't really change too much. My cost per click looks good, but this looks like something that I'd want to scale. All the numbers work out. So I would then take the next steps and I'll show you what I would do from there. Okay, so some of the issues that people have when they first launch their campaigns, especially on new ad accounts, is that the campaign will spend maybe a little bit of money, maybe like $1 or $2, and then it'll just stop spending, or it just won't spend at all. So A quick fix that I found that worked for me, especially on new accounts, was to first turn that campaign off that you just launched. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to create a whole new campaign, but instead of using complete payment or complete purchase objective, we're going to use add to cart objective. So I'll show you how to do that right here. Okay, so you're going to create your new campaign. Just click create on the campaign setting. Conversions again, name this whatever you want. I'm going to name this add to cart. All right, continue. So this is going to be the only thing different right here. You're going to name your ad group whatever. It doesn't really matter. Website. Click your pixel, and then for the optimization event, instead of complete payment, we're going to click the add to cart. Okay, and if this doesn't fix it, then you're going to go back and make a view content objective. But the add to cart one usually works, so that's the one I choose. So click the add to cart, and then go through everything else and do it just as you were to set up your first original campaign, and just launch it like that. So once we make that campaign, and we're going to have that one ad group in it, we're going to do what we did on the last campaign, and we're going to copy this 5 to 10 times. So once you do that, you're going to let these run, and you're going to let it spend around $30 total. So this is going to get everything warmed up. It's going to make a payment on your account, make sure it goes through, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why this works, but somehow it does. So once it spends around $30, you're probably not going to get any sales. Don't even look to get any sales from this. It really doesn't matter what happens with this campaign. It just needs to spend some money just to warm it up. So once it does spend around the $30, you're going to want to turn the whole campaign off. And then the next day, you're going to relaunch your original campaign. So you're going to have to do it from scratch. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but relaunch your original campaign, and then instead of the add to cart objective, we're going to click the complete payment objective, and then just monitor it the next day, and everything should start spending normally. So after you first launch your ads, what I want you to do is first monitor your ads around noontime. So some money started spending, and you want to check to see if there's enough data in order to make a conclusion to whether it's a winning product or not. So the first thing I want you to do is to check to see if you have sales first. So if you do have sales, you would go to your Shopify store and check. But if you do, what is your cost per action? So the cost per action is the amount you spent in ads in order to generate each sale. So check that. If you have no sales, that's okay, but let's check some of the other numbers and see if it makes sense to let it run longer or to stop them early. So some of the other numbers I look for are the cost per click, click-through rate, and CPM. If the cost per click looks good, which it's under 50 cents, if it's under 25 cents, it's better. If it's lower than that, that looks good. Click-through rate, anything over 2% is good. 1.5 is probably the lowest I would say is okay, but all the other numbers need to look good. And CPM, if you're getting a good CPM, so under $5, I think you're in good shape. So if all those numbers look good, I would let it run a little longer if you don't have sales. But if you do have sales, that's a good sign. So now comes to the point where you let more money spend, you got more data, and now you can pretty much know if it's going to be a winner or a loser. So if all the numbers look good and you're profitable, then move on to the scaling section. Now it's go time. Good for you. This is what we've all been waiting for. But if you're at a break even or a slight loss, then you can analyze some of the numbers and look to see where you can improve. So for an example, if your click-through rate is too low, maybe you want to try making a different ad. Sometimes different ads perform wildly different. So you'll never know until you test, a couple of different ads. But that can make it or break it for you. So that's just an example, just making a new ad. If all the numbers look horrible after, you know, a little bit of money spent, like say you spent $40, you have no sales, the numbers don't look good, your click-through rate's high, your cost per click's high, everything is just out of whack, then what I would do is just turn the campaign off and go ahead and test one of the other products that you have been researching in the past. So losers lose and winners keep testing. That's something I want to keep instilled in your head. If you give up, you're never going to find a winning product. But if you keep testing, I guarantee you that you will find a winning product. You got to keep testing. Don't get married to the product. Don't get obsessed with it. If it's not working, it's not working. A winning product kind of just sells effortlessly. You're not going to have to put that much effort into it. But if you force it and you start, spending a lot of money trying to make something work, it's just not going to be worth it in the end. If it's a winner, it's going to sell. If it's a loser, it's just not going to sell. So losers lose and winners keep testing. So if you want to test a different product, I want to show you just like some of the things that you have to change to make it quick and easy, and I'll show you right here. Okay, so you're going to go to your Shopify store, and the beauty of having a general store is that you can switch out products very, very easily. So what I would do is I would go to your products, you import it from Oberlo, obviously, and say I wanted to do this product instead of the top one. What I would do is click the one that's active, the one that is a loser and you don't want to use anymore, and hit more actions, set as draft. You're going to set that as draft, and then the one that you want to make active, check it, set as active. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go to online store, navigation, and then swap your menu right here. So I'm going to just leave this just because I don't feel like doing it, but what you're going to do is you're going to edit it, put your new name of your new product that you're going to test, and then link it. So I'd X this out, products, and then click your new product. All right, and then hit apply changes. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your online store, customize, and I'm going to show you exactly what to change. So I'm going to go mobile. The only thing you really need to change here is you're going to go to slideshow, click slide, and you're going to change this button link right here. So if they're on your home page and they click this button, it's going to go straight to your product page. So, X that out, hit products, and then link your product. All right, hit save. Then you're going to go down to featured product and change it because you're just swapping it out. So hit change, same thing, change product, and then click your new product right there. All right, and then hit save. And then one last thing you're going to do is you're going to scroll to the bottom in your footer, and then under your store name, you're going to just edit whatever this little thing is right here. So it's really just the last line. I mean, mine's still a makeup product, so I'm going to leave it, but like if it's a phone case or a tech product or something like a t-shirt, clothing, make clothing, whatever, more convenient, better, easier to use, blah, blah, blah. And hit save. And that's it. Now you're ready to market your new product. But also make sure, you're changing your actual product page, like so. So I haven't done any of that yet. So make sure you go back to the other steps when you're creating your product and set up your product page just like before. And then after that, you're ready to go. And then once you do that, you're going to go right back to the testing phase and relaunch your campaign and test this again. And you're going to do this over and over until you find your winning product. Your winning product is out there. It's just a matter of who's going to test until they find it first. You know, sometimes you'll find a winning product on your first try, but sometimes it'll take you 5 tries, 10 tries. But once you do find that winning product, you're going to be very, very happy. So don't get discouraged if you didn't find a winning product yet. You know, you have to go into this with the mindset that, listen, I'm not going to get emotional if this product doesn't work. I'm going to keep going. And the people that keep going and keep testing are the ones that find the winners. The ones that give up are the ones that actually lose. So don't give up and keep pushing forward. You're going to find that winning product. Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly how you can fulfill your first couple of orders using de-essers. So you're going to go to and open the de-essers app. You're going to go to open orders right here on the left. Make sure that you're logged into AliExpress. So I'm going to go back to AliExpress and log in. Okay, now that I'm logged in on there, I'm going to refresh this. Okay, so I'm going to choose the shipping method right here. So it says there is no shipping method applied to this order. Please check the shipping setting on de-essers, or check the availability of shipping methods on AliExpress. So I'm going to click the shipping methods. So I'm going to do AliExpress standard shipping. And we're going to hit order right here. Okay, hit confirm. Okay, so I'm going to hit confirm. And then what you're going to do is make payment right here. Click make payment. And then it's going to bring you to AliExpress. Okay, so what we're going to do, now that we're back on AliExpress, we're going to hit pay now. Choose your shipping method. And that's it. And that's all you have to do. So you're going to do that for each order, and then later on I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to do orders in bulk. So once you start getting a lot of orders, you're going to see in the next couple of videos that it's going to be a lot easier because you're going to be doing it in bulk instead of doing them individually. But to do them individually, that's how you do that, and that's how you make your payments on your orders. That's how you fulfill them. That's it. Okay, so this is just an example. This is a product that I launched last night. So I'm going to hit refresh. Alright, and as you can see, yesterday, it didn't spend anything because it's a brand new campaign. So today, it's about 4 o'clock. And I started out with 10 ad groups. So I'm going to spend $200 overall today if I spend the full amount. So when you're first launching your ads, you want to monitor them midday. So once they start spending a little bit, so right now they spent almost half of my budget and it's 4 o'clock right now. So when looking at the numbers, the ones you're going to focus on are cost per action. So right now I spent $91 and I got 13 purchases. I actually got more, which I'll show you right here, but it didn't track 2 of them. I'm going to refresh this for you. So I actually got 16 purchases so far, but it's only saying that I got 13. So always double check your Shopify. So I'm going to do $91.23 divided by 16 sales. So that's a $5.70 cost per action. So make sure you're cross-referencing with Shopify to see if they missed any of the sales that you got. So for $5.70 cost per purchase instead of $7. So even though that these 3 right here didn't get a purchase yet, all the other numbers are looking promising, so I'm going to just let them run. So with cost per click, I said anything under 25 cents is good. So overall, mine's an 11-cent cost per click. So all of the cost per clicks look good. The CPMs are at $2.90. So those also look good because they're under $5. I wish they were a little bit lower, but I'll still take it. My click-through rate is at 2.59% overall. Some of them got more, some of them got a little less, but overall that's pretty good. So all these numbers look pretty good. This would be an example of a winning product and something that you can scale. So if these numbers didn't look like this, there'd be a different story. So if my click-through rate wasn't this high, say it was 1%, I would change some of the ad, make it more engaging, maybe change my promotion. My CPM is going to be based off of all these other metrics like click-through rate, cost per click, so that can't really change too much. My cost per click looks good. This looks like something that I'd want to scale. All the numbers work out, so I would then take the next steps and I'll show you what I would do from there. If these all spent too much and my cost per purchases or cost per actions were just too high and they were over my break-even price, I would kill it. But since they're not, I'm going to keep all of them and I'm going to let these 3 run longer to see if they get a purchase, just because all of these look pretty good. So I'll give these a chance.